Yeah, I remember the Reynor one. I don't think I was there for the Cyril one, or maybe I wasn't with you. But I remember like, this is funny. This is a good story. So Joe goes down there, right? And he's kind of like, oh, come on, Eric, let's go talk to Reynor, whatever. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm like, I'm just like way more nervous, right? And he's like, he's the coolest cat in the room, right? JOEnrv. So we start walking up there, and like Raynor's in his own world, right? He's in competition mode. So he's like about to go backstage and stuff. And we're getting closer, and there's no like security anywhere really, except for like one guy way off in the distance. And dude's not paying attention, right? Reynor. So JOEnrv's looking at me like, is this fine? Right? All right, take it easy, Lucum. Thank you for hanging out. He's looking at me like, okay, how close to Reynor can we get before like this dude literally like bear hugs me and picks me up, right? And we get escorted out of BlizzCon. And I'm like, I'm looking at him like, yeah, do it, JOEnrv. Like thinking like, okay, he's gonna be the one that gets in trouble, not me, right? Anyway, the security, I think like got it and didn't give a shit or whatever. And then finally, like he got Raynor's attention. Reynor was super cool, like signed our shit and whatever. It was good. It was a good time. And that's my story of how I got to meet Reynor and wish him good luck in the event and stuff. Just riding JOEnrv's coattails yet again. Oh, wait, no, dude, you gotta go over there. You gotta go over there, dude. Oh man, that was a fun time. I had a great BlizzCon, dude. Like, what clan is that? Oh lord. I didn't pay attention to the map name. This might not even be a map that we can rush on. I still don't know the maps, chat. Still do not know the maps.
What's that in?
Did I forget my forge? No, I have my forge. Yes, early pool. Nice. Oh, got gotten. I don't need two cannons down there.
One of our pylons is under enemy fire.
Yeah, those links are gonna get me, I think. Yeah. I don't actually think I can defend that. So for this, I think I'm wondering if I maybe need to nuance my strat here, because so a lot of Zergs are going pool first, right? And without checking what's happening, right? This is not actually a good pylon location at all. Doing like a distance rush, I think would be better. I might actually want to look and see if you can do it here. This is like super freaking far away, but this feels like you could play double robo. You're getting proxy hatch stealing rush, yeah. Yeah, so just to explain the rationale a bit, I know that this is not something you can do this against, and I want to know why, right? So it's all well and good for me to trust Printf, and I believe him, right? It's not like I think, you know, Grandmaster Printf is full of it when he says don't do this. But I want to see what are the reasons, right? Or like, what are the things that they can do? Should you check to see pull first? Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm getting at, Tiguan, is like, And what I'm wondering is, do you build this pylon anyway with the thought that if I go build the pylon, check for a base, right? That will slow me down a little bit because then I'll have to run elsewhere and build it, and I'll lose the few minerals or whatever. Is that fine, right? Like, are you taking too much of a loss there, or is that okay? And I think it might be okay, right? Like, because the alternative is that against anyone who's playing standard, you've now delayed your cannon rush, right? By not risking that against the pool first. And maybe it's a little bit of like a how cheesy is your MMR level on the ladder kind of thing. I'm not actually sure. It's a bit tough to know. I'll let a Zerg pull first. Do you think? I mean, I've been out of the loop for way too long to know. The other thing too is, if I were trying to max my MMR instead of trying to like develop my skill set a little bit more, I can just play standard and I'll hold this BS all day, right? Like my non-cannon rush PVZ is actually quite a bit stronger. They're unlikely to do that fast of a proxy hatch with a slow pool. Right. Did I walk past the proxy hatch? When did I know that the proxy hatch was there? Oh, I walked past the drone. I never pull first. I don't know how many there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know, right? I do think I walked by the drone, so this was kind of dumb, right? Yeah, so this is the get you to look down at your keyboard. Very, very clever opponent. Oldest trick in the book. You know, I actually like, this didn't distract me is the funny thing. I remember like seeing the drone and being like, yeah, okay, whatever. Opponent's drone scouting me. So I'm actually really glad opponent did this because I got to redevelop the thing. Remember I always used to talk about like, okay, step one is this needs to actually hit your eyeballs, right? So we got there, at least we've retained that step. The second one is, it needs to go from your eyeballs to your conscious thought process to be like, that's kind of weird. And then you got to have the, what could that mean, right? This is a 3-phase process and we're on phase 1. We'll get there though. It's good. It's good. That's when you said you're getting proxied. Yep. See, this is what I mean, right? Like, it's a little bit easier for chat than it is for me because y'all aren't in the game, but I suspect this is the kind of thing that MC2 would have picked up even in a game, right? My brain never gets past phase 1. Yeah. I'm right there with you, Tiquan. Oh, man. Yeah, this was something that I was really working on a lot before the hiatus. So it makes sense that it would still kind of be hard for me.